content of this video actually starts, like what this video is actually about, starts, I want to apologize for not posting yesterday, which was Thursday, and I'm posting today, which is Friday. Jensen and I decided we should switch this week. She just had a lot of things she had to do today, and I had a lot of things I had to do yesterday, so I didn't have time to post yesterday. And I apologize, I look different in this clip than I will in the next clips. It's because I filmed this on a completely different day than I did the others. So, yeah.
Hello people of the internet, my name is Josie, and this week on Living for Reals is FanFic Week. I have been waiting for this week since, probably since I was accepted to join this channel. Just kind of excited to see how I'll react to this kind of stuff. So, yeah. Me being a fangirl, I have definitely read fanfiction, and I have written my fair share of fanfiction, but that's not the point. At the moment, I'm really obsessed with issues and Tyler Carter for that, and so I'm going to read some Tyler Carter Imagines, and they are all from Tumblr, and if I can link them down below, I will try. And I have them on my computer. I was going to pull them up on my iPad, but my iPad is from my school, and it just won't let me get on Tumblr to read these. So if I look weird reading any of this, like kind of dead face as I'm reading it out loud, I apologize. Here we go into the Tumblr world, and you know it's going to be smut because it is Tumblr. So the first one I am reading is called Sweet Revenge, and it's obviously Tyler Carter. All of these are Tyler Carter, and I haven't read any of these yet. So this is going to be completely like my first reaction to this. Tyler is finally getting back from his tour with Pierce the Veil and A Day to Remember. It's really great that Issues is getting popular, but that means I have less time with him, which really sucks. Suddenly, the door opened and I heard Tyler step in. Josie! Ew. How do you even say my name with a southern accent? I don't even know, but I'm gonna try. Josie, he called through the house. I left quietly as I heard him approach the bedroom door. I was hiding behind it, ready to pop out and scare the S out of him. He walked in and I ran out. Boo! I screamed in his ear. Ah! Josie. Yes, darling? I asked innocently. You effing F. I'll get my revenge. He grinned maliciously. He grabbed my hands and held them over my head, pushing me down on the bed. He straddled. I know where this is going, and I don't know how hard this is going to be for me to read out loud. He started on my neck, licking and sucking on my sweet spots. Ugh, Tyler. No, it's ugh, Tyler, I moaned. I don't know. He grinned against your tender skin. After making about 10 hickeys, he moved down your body, making slow kisses along the way. Slowly, he pulled off your shorts just to tease. He looked down at you, biting his lip. Look at how schmet you are. You really missed me. You nodded slightly. He tore off your under hungrily. And he pushed some things inside of you. He pushed 3 fingers inside of you. You gasped in shock as he started pumping with no intention of slowing down. I'm so close, you moaned. I don't think so, he said as he pulled them out, licking his fingers clean. He shed his pants and boxers leading to your knees. You can just imagine that, and I'm just gonna... You can just imagine what happens at the end if you want to. But I'm not gonna read that out loud. So hopefully I favorited all of these, so hopefully I favorited one that's kind of, I can read the whole thing of. Okay, here's one, and it says there's no warning, so I'm assuming there might not be smoke? I don't know. And it's called Please Don't Cry. Come on, Zeve! Come on, please! I sat at my best friend's pleads and shook my head. One more before I go, she pleaded again. Fine, I heavily sighed and walked to my room to get dressed. I ditched my yoga pants for a pair of skinny jeans and put on my jacket. I walked down the stairs and pulled on my Vans, following her out and heading to the party a few blocks away. We get in, people drinking and dancing everywhere. She pulled me with her to the kitchen and have me a cup with punch, and she had one too. That made no sense. Soon she had found someone to talk to, and I was left aside. I walked around, seeing a back door, and I walked over, opening it, and sat on the couch that was out there. The soft thumps of the music vibrated the couch, and I quietly sipped drink. Any reason add to why you're crying? I look up to see a guy with brown hair frowning at me, and I touched my cheeks, feeling them wet, and I wet them away. Just crap. I waved it off, and he sat next to me. Letting it out helps a lot, you know. I sighed and leaned back. I don't want to be here. I need to be at home typing my essay for English, but I also need to get everything done for work because I have a presentation first thing in the morning. My boyfriend of over a year just told me he had been cheating on me for the past 7 months, and to top it, my best friend is moving to another state. I mean, I'm happy for her, but she's the only one I have, and she's gone, and it's super hard for me to find friends, and now this means I'm all by myself. I wiped my tears away, and the guy just stayed quiet, listening to me and nodding. Listen, if you don't want to be here, then go home. You don't have to be here. It's only Saturday. I can't take myself seriously talking like that. Okay. Work on one of the things today and work on the other tomorrow. Now your ex is a scum, and what he did was totally wrong. You're one of the most beautiful looking women I've seen in my entire life, and I don't just say that to everyone. He smiled. And you'll find other friends. You just have to be patient and find things you find in common with other people. I nodded and sighed, standing up. Thanks, I looked at him. He smiled, standing up. Tyler Carter. Can I walk you home? I'm in no mood to be here. He guided me to the side of the house, and he walked next to me. Do you mind if I get your number? We can start off as friends. Tyler smiled as we stood in front of my door. Start off, I smiled. Hand waiting for his, Start off, I smiled, my hand waiting for his phone as he fished it out of his pocket. Yeah, I said you're one of the most beautiful women I've seen, and I'm not letting you go. I looked up at him from my lashes as I added my information, and I returned it back. Fine by me, I smiled, and Tyler walked closer to me, kissing my forehead before taking a few steps back. I will be texting you in a few days, concentrating on your promises. Concentrate on your priorities right now. I nodded and smiled. It probably wasn't that aggressive, I just can't speak. I nodded and smiled, waving at him before going in my house. I'm going to be fine. So that was that one. That one was cute. Only if I could read it correctly. I don't know if I think I'll read one more. Oh, here's one. It seems like it's gonna be good. Hopefully. Oh goodness, it's so tiny. Oh my god. This one's called Argument. I just blew it up and it is so big. What's the big deal? So I didn't introduce you to some of my fans. It's not the end of the world, your name. Tyler, your boyfriend of 2 years, growled in a tired voice, his footsteps dragging behind him as you left the restaurant you had been hauled up in for an hour, watching as he enjoyed the scenery of his fans admiring his work. No, but it means something when you're too embarrassed of me to even look me in the eye when you're around others. How many times have I had to fade into the background while you pretended to have no idea who I am, you returned in an equally angered tone, furrowing your brows while you made your way to the car. Because you act like a child, this is a perfect example. He rested his palms on the top of the car, glaring at you with the same deadly stare you had sent his way. Tyler, it wouldn't hurt to just be the boyfriend you claim to be. Enough, your name. I'm too tired for this bleep, and I'm not putting up with it any longer, he exclaimed, his voice echoing around the empty parking lot. In surprise of the yell, you step back, your face dropping from a contort of anger to disappointment. You're acting like a stubborn bleep. Just stop, okay? No one gives a bleep. Swallowing tightly, you tugged the handle of the door, shuffling into the passenger seat and staring out the window in an attempt to hide your emotions. For the rest of the ride home, Tyler remained silent, although his knuckles had grown white from the pressure of his grip tightly held to the wheel. When you awoke the next morning to an empty space beside you, you pushed your body up, your legs hanging off the edge of your mattress, your toes brushing along the soft carpet beneath you. Downstairs, you could hear the movement of Tyler, who you had no doubt slept on the couch for the night. However, due to the fact that his departure was only minutes away, you argued with your pride, deciding to drop your dignity to bid him a safe trip. Sliding your slippers on, you curled your hair over your shoulder, pattering your dry lips as you made your way to the top of the stairs. The sound of the front door's lock unclipping, Tyler's bag rolled along the ground, his body coming into view, clearing your throat. You looked down at him. His body halted, his head turned to the side as a sign of acknowledgement before he stepped into the front porch, slamming the door behind him. Feeling the repercussions of his cold shoulder, you let out a sigh, closing your eyes softly and bowing your head, shaking it. For the next 2 weeks, your contact with Tyler had been non-existent. You had come to the conclusion that if he hadn't made any effort towards contacting you, whether it be by text, call, or from the internet, that you wouldn't put yourself out there. Despite his distance, Tyler had soon after sent you a wordless letter in the mail. Enclosed, you'd find a plane ticket with the final address to a nearby hotel, which you had assumed he had been resting in with his band issues. Having had enough of his silence, you didn't hesitate to pack your bags and be on your way, wanting a final answer to this seemingly never-ending argument. At the airport, you tugged your heavy luggage behind you, the wheel slamming against your ankles with every step you took. In the distance, you caught Tyler, waiting for you. Once he had found you throughout the crowd, he took a step towards you, his neck moving as he swallowed tightly. You're inches away from him, you raised your vision, feeling your voice drop in your throat. You began, your words soft and quiet. Do you still love me? You questioned finally. In an instant, his arms curled around your body, his head buried in the crook of your neck, his nose taking in your scent, his grip on you so tight you could barely breathe. Of course, he whispered, pressing down his lips on your collarbone before pulling away, bowing his head down. He kissed you gently, his breath ghosting across the skin of your cheek. I love you, baby. So that was cute. I probably did the accent no justice. I'll have to ask you, Jensen. What do you think? How do you think I did? Okay. I may live in South Carolina. I might not be able to do that so well. So yeah, that was 3 imagines that I had read. I will link them down below. And question of the week, what is your favorite fan fiction / imagine that you have ever read? And link that down below in the comments. I might read some of them. I'll leave all my social media down below, as well as a link to my main channel, which I'll have linked. It's backwards on here, so I don't know where I'm pointing. Linked in the top right corner throughout the whole video. I'm sorry. Yeah, love you guys. I'll talk to you guys next week, and peace. Bye.